Hello guys, my name is Antos, and in this video I'm going to review a camera stabilizer from Glidecam, and this is the Glidecam Devin Graham signature series. Devin Graham, if you don't know, he's a really popular YouTuber. He does some really amazing videos, and pretty much all the shots that he gets are on the Glidecam. And this is sort of a Glidecam that he, I think, designed together with Glidecam to kind of be able to kind of bridge the gap and create something that's small, light, easy to, and basically portable. So it's something you can take with you, let's say if you're flying, but that can also take a wide range of cameras. So very small cameras, like some small DSLR or DSLM type cameras, all the way to big cinema style cameras. And that's what this Glidecam does very well. As you can see, the whole thing comes in this neat case. It's a padded protective case, and it's not that big and not that heavy, so you can actually fit it in your your checked-in luggage, for example. I'm going to open it up here. So here's everything that you need, and basically you get the main shaft up here with the gimbal. You have the bottom plate here with the weights, and then you have extra weights up here, and then you have the base plate. Comes also with instructions. And it even comes with a little USB drive, and on it there are included instructions of how to use this, as well as basically how to balance it, all that stuff, how to get smooth shots, and it's all narrated by Devin Graham himself. So it kind of shows you his little secrets of how to use this Glidecam. So it's a really nice setup. And another thing that I was actually really surprised about is that this is one of the very few camera products or camera stabilizers out there that are still fairly affordable, but that are made in the United States. As you'll notice probably that over the last few years, seems like most of the products out there are even if they're designed in the US, they're actually produced in China or India, for example. Whereas this one is actually made, built and designed and all that stuff in the United States. So if you're a fan of, having sort of a US made product, then you'll be happy about this. But anyways, it's a very well made product. Gives you a lot of options. And what I loved about it is that despite its small size, like I said, it was able to take the weight of my URSA Mini camera, even while I had a full-size battery on there, a cinema lens, things like that. So I did some quick tests right now just to kind of show you guys, just me literally running around in front of the house, and as you can see, you can get some really nice smooth shots, and it doesn't matter whether you're running or you're walking, or even if I'm sort of walking around my subjects and trying to get different smooth shots that way. And also, this gimbal will operate in the inverted mode, so that means you can have the camera upside down, kind of lower to the ground. So when I'm walking, for example, and let's say my subject is very short, instead of me having to squat down or things like that, I can just have the camera actually at the eye level of my subject. So it makes, again, getting the lower kind of moving shots a lot easier. So let me maybe take the pieces out and just kind of show you guys how you put this together. It assembles very quickly, so that's a nice thing. Like I said, this is the whole base plate or the top plate. And what I love about this thing actually is the fact that it's all sort of self-contained. It's easy to attach the camera, and it comes with a quick release plate, which before, if you own the previous, let's say Glidecam 2000 or Glidecam HD 4000, things like that, their previous models, you would actually, was recommended that you attach the base plate, but you would have to get that on your own. Whereas now that's included. So as you can loosen this, it slides out, has a little here, protective, basically locking system. So the plate will not slide out on its own. You slide this out, you attach the camera to this, and then once you have a camera under, you put it back in. And another great thing is that you have basically, you have two knobs, so that it helps you balance and level the camera on the Glidecam. You have one here in the back which moves it forward and back, and then you have this one which moves it left and right. With those two knobs, you can adjust the position of the camera perfectly until you get it perfectly balanced. And another thing you'll notice is there's no other screws, nothing else that you need to really lock or anything like that. In the previous versions, or what some of the other companies out there have, it means that you have to, let's say, put it in a certain position, and then you have another, sort of a knob or something to lock it into position. This is actually self-locking itself. you could say. So that's a great thing about it. It just means that you can set up the gimbal a lot quicker. Now to get it onto the shaft here, just very simple, put it on the top and rotate it until it's in place. And then the same thing with the bottom here piece. I'm going to take it out here, and again just put it here on that screw and just kind of turn it around until it's nice and tight in place. All right, there it is, and that's pretty much your gimbal. Like I said, it's very fast to assemble this this Glidecam, and then you put your camera on that base plate here. Once your camera's on there, you just slide it in place, and here just lock it, and that's it. Otherwise, you're just using those two knobs to balance the camera. Some of the other little things I like is that this shaft obviously extends like all of the other Glidecams, and then you can move back and forth. For example, the weights here on the bottom plate here, so you can really kind of fine-tune the balance of your camera. Now another nice thing that they added here is that the center here gimbal has like a little knob that allows you to loosen it, and then you can actually move this up and down, and this really allows you to fine-tune and get the the perfect basically ratio of weight between your camera and your bottom plate here. So that's a nice thing, and then once you find that right position, you just lock it in here in place. Gimbal itself is very smooth, nice and smooth basically in all the axes here. They're moving it, and also you'll notice the handle it's hollow, and that's actually a really good thing, because it means that you can attach an arm, let's say that there's like an articulated arm, and there's various things that a lot of different companies out there produce, and I actually tried an arm that I just happened to have, which was from, I think it was from Glidecam or HD something 3000. It's another stabilizer system that I've been using, and when I was using this Glidecam with my URSA Mini camera, it worked well, was produced nice and smooth shots. It's just my arms couldn't take the weight, so that's when having that articulated arm was really helpful, because I could just put it in here and I don't have to worry about lifting all that weight. My body basically was taking the weight, while I could just concentrate on getting smooth shots. Now you are going to have to know how to use a device like this. What I mean by that is, this kind of I would say typical steadicam almost a device. They come in different sizes, but they all operate basically the same way. I actually did a video a long time ago kind of reviewing different sort of budget stabilizers like this, and also in it have an in-depth tutorial on how to actually use them and properly balance them and all that stuff. And I would advise almost anybody out there to spend the time and properly learn to use these things, and then get one of these traditional sort of non-digital stabilizers, because as great as 3-axis gimbals are, if you've used one on an actual production, you know that every so on those things go just stop working, and whether it's the batteries or things like that, or something goes wrong with the motors. Whereas if you have a traditional stabilizer like this and you've learned to use this properly, it will never fail you. So that's a great thing. And yeah, I can also, like I said, when it comes to this particular stabilizer, I can honestly recommend it. I've used it. I loved really what Glidecam has done with it. Before, I was not the biggest fan of Glidecam, simply because they had that big cheese plate, and mounting the camera to that was always a headache, and it was really, you had to get a quick release plate on your own. But even then, balancing and all that stuff was kind of slow. Whereas I think with all these additions that they made and changes, what's great about it is that, like I said, this thing can take a tiny little camera like a DSLM all the way to a full-size, sort of a cinema-style camera, and it can work with it no problem. Yet it packs very light, very small, fits in the case, and it just simply means that I can now take this with me on location, let's say if I'm flying somewhere. So anyways, if you guys are interested in finding out where you can get this gimbal, the best deals, then just check out my website, or as always, look at the links in the description of this video. You'll find all that information over there. And also, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And also turn on those notifications so you're notified each time I upload a new video. Because without those, even if you're subscribed, you will not actually know that I'm uploading new videos. And I've been uploading videos fairly regular. So Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. Once again, my name is Tom Antos, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.